Party people in the place to be. It's me once again. We are going to go. I sense a theme here. I don't know. This is kind of just how it worked out. First of all, I was not intending on shooting anything tonight because I shot something last night and too much alcohol in a row. Alcohol's cool. I just prefer something else. But this is just kind of how it worked out. The first one was kind of heavy, probably longer than I intended to not have to edit anything, but I'm probably going to have to edit that one. Here we go on another one, though. Turns out Alundra Blayze is announced for the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2015. Apparently. According to the WWE, this is their link. And I'm going to start watching it. And here it comes right now.
The WWE Women's Division has a storied past and has featured some of the most fabulous matches between some of the most sensational competitors in sports entertainment history. But when one
Get it?
woman
Fabulous
came
and
along,
sensational.
she set the entire scene ablaze.
It just keeps getting hotter and hotter, yes indeed! It's a blaze for sure!
I am the best ladies champion ever, because when you see the blaze...
Why did they use that spot? Why did they show a shot of her drop kicking Bull Nakano in the fucking stomach? That's a terrible spot. She had better moves than that.
Sports entertainment in the AWA as MadUSA and won the AWA Women's Championship in just
That is some
over a
teased
year.
up fucking hair.
Upon her arrival in WWE,
So the
persona
difference between AWA and
to
WWE
the top continued.
was no makeup in WWF.
Stronger moves.
In 1993, Alundra Blayze would capture the WWE Women's Championship, revitalizing the division, all while establishing dominance amongst
Shit! With three! Oh, three! You know, three whole fucking title defenses, huh?
of WWE in the mid-1990s.
Did they mean 3 reigns?
Female to defend the title
So I don't even know that she had that many.
in nearly a decade.
I think she only had 2.
But when Blayze left WWE and joined rival WCW, she sent shockwaves throughout the industry. With
See, it
one
was
of the most
rumored that she
iconic
might be
moments
going in.
the history
I didn't
of the
know.
Monday Night War.
Alundra Blayze showing up and trashing the women's championship made it seem like, whoa, this is a real war.
Throwing the WWE women's title into the trash can.
No, it didn't. I love you, Paul, but no, it didn't.
Perception of women in this industry to this very day.
Although the moment will go down in the annals of sports entertainment history as one of the most rebellious
At least not to
acts
fans.
ever, Blayze's career is equally as historic. Her unique style and countless accolades, which includes 7 women's championships across the globe, served as a launching point for many of the future competitors that followed. WWE is honored to welcome Alundra Blayze into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2015.
Hey Booker, you're a Hall of Famer. Congratulations to a real trailblazer, Alundra Blayze.
Alundra Blayze, always one of my favorite. I had a crush on Alundra Blayze. I still do.
Boy, what a follow-up, fellas.
Again, she'll be in
Alundra Blayze didn't revolutionize shit.
for WrestleMania.
MadUSA may have. Alundra Blayze didn't revolutionize shit. I was watching WWF at the time. I was never impressed. Alundra Blayze was an afterthought during a period where they didn't have room for afterthoughts. They needed to expose as much of everything as they could at that point. But the women's division was fucking terrible. Alundra Blayze didn't revolutionize shit, and here's why. Because the women's division basically consisted of Alundra Blayze. That was about it. At some point, they brought along Bull Nakano, but with Luna. Luna was her manager. Luna was Bull Nakano's man. And why was Luna a manager? Why wasn't Luna the champion at some point for Blayze to chase? Because Luna was never a slouch. That didn't make any sense. So they brought in Bull Nakano, and I do remember Bull Nakano did beat her. Bull Nakano did beat her for the belt and broke her nose at one point. I think legit, like, shoot. But that was about it. And then she won it back, and then Bull Nakano disappeared. And then they brought in Bertha Faye, and Bertha Faye wasn't over. Like, that was a joke of a joke of a joke. But rather than have Bertha Faye, the character of Bertha Faye, rather than have her come in and, like, maybe establish herself with other women, like, the women's division was terrible. Like, it was Alundra Blayze's main opponent, and then maybe some jobber chicks on Raws for a while. Like, the women's division when Alundra Blayze was there was a fucking afterthought. Now, they switched it in 98 when they gave Sable and Jacqueline with trading the belt, in which it wasn't an afterthought, but it was still kind of a joke because it was really just them fighting each other until they finally decided, after forever, to get serious about the women's division. But it was still a fucking joke then, just as it was when Alundra Blayze was the champ. Alundra Blayze as women's champion Alundra Blayze should not go into the WWE Hall of Fame. I understand why she is, because Vince is petty and vindictive, and I made Alundra Blayze. I didn't make MadUSA. I made Alundra Blayze. Fine, whatever. Put Alundra Blayze in there by name only. MadUSA should go in, but don't put Alundra Blayze as Alundra Blayze and do shit. Because there was nothing for her to do. It made all the sense in the world for her to drop that women's belt in the trash can, because the women's division, when she was there and when she left, was nothing. There was nothing. It was nothing for her to do. It was like casting. It's like casting fucking Denzel Washington in a middle school play. You know, you might get a couple of good co-stars for him to act against, but for the most part, there's nothing for him to do. In not even a middle school play, a middle school student written play. Like, there's not, where they don't know what to do with them. There's nothing. No, not even that. It's like casting. What the fuck is it like? It's like casting. It's like casting Denzel Washington as a henchman in a Batman episode. No, not even henchman, because henchmen fight. What the fuck is it like? It's like casting. It's like spinning. Oh! No, because he at least made money. It's like going on about Vin Diesel's performance as Groot. He didn't fucking do anything. Not even necessarily that he couldn't do anything, although it's Vin Diesel. But for the benefits of this analogy, Vin Diesel's a great actor for this analogy. It's not even that he couldn't do anything. It's that there was nothing for him. There's literally nothing for him to do. He comes in, he says, I am Groot, and then he leaves and collects a check. It's the same thing as Alundra Blayze coming on board. There's fucking nothing for her to do. Because you can have the best person in the world in whatever slot you put them in, but WWE doesn't understand the concept of a supporting cast. Apparently, you can have the biggest star. One of the things that made Hogan such a star was his supporting fucking cast. He had DiBiase, he had Jake, he had Savage, he had Bigelow, he had Kong, he had Andre, he had Warrior. There is a long Piper, Orndorff. He had a supporting cast all the way around him to make him look, and he had the ability to then take it to the next level as far as personality and stuff is concerned. But it doesn't make any sense to have somebody like Alundra Blayze there and not do anything with her, or kind of do half-ass gestures at her. It's almost like they signed her just to spite WCW or whatever other company she was working for at the time. So Alundra Blayze goes in the Hall of Fame. Yay, I guess. Whatever. It doesn't send MadUSA in. That makes more sense than Alundra. Hall of Fame class overall isn't impressing me for the most part. Savage is going in with a fucking weak list. Like the strongest two entrants are Savage and Blayze, and Savage and MadUSA. Fuck Blayze. Savage and MadUSA are the two strongest people going into this Hall of Fame so far. That's not necessarily to take anything away from the other entrants, but it ain't strong. It ain't super strong. We've had stronger before, and there are other people who should be going in before some of the other entrants that are going in. You know what I mean? It's not to take anything away from Demolition, but aren't there or not Demolition, but the Bushwhackers. But there are a lot of other tag teams who would probably top the list before the Bushwhackers. You know what I'm saying? So, that's my 2 cents. Boom. Boom.